Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today is the 4th of July, so that means it's American Independence Day. On the 4th of July 1776, the Declaration of Independence was signed, and the Declaration of Independence is one of the most important constitutional papers in America because it establishes their rights as citizens and establishes that America is a free and independent country. I'm doing this, as you have seen from the title, I am talking about Hamilton the musical. Specifically, I want to talk about my experience of seeing Hamilton the musical, and I'm recording this today for two main reasons. Number one is so it can coincide with today, so American Independence Day, and also I'm doing this to try and contribute that the arts is so important and it needs funding because the theatre and arts has so much value and is really struggling because of the lack of government funding. I saw Hamilton the musical at the Victoria Theatre on the 8th of November 2018. I was going to see it for my 18th birthday and I felt like I'd waited ages to see Hamilton because I didn't see it when it first debuted in London because I was starting off at university at that point, so I needed a bit of time for things to settle down and for me to find my routine, and because my lectures would be on different days, figuring out what day would be alright to go to London to do a matinee performance of the musical. So I'd listened to the songs non-stop a lot, and I was going into it having known the songs quite well, and I was really fascinated by the history because Alexander Hamilton was sort of the only founding father of America to have come into his position and his legacy, and he came out of nothing because he was born an illegitimate child in what would have been the British Caribbean colony, and so when he came to New York he was classed as an immigrant, and then he rose up to be the first Secretary of the Treasury. So I remember coming into London and going to the theatre and queuing up just to show our ID, and then we were advised by a number of the front of house staff to go and have a sandwich before the show because once we'd got into the theatre we wouldn't be allowed back out. So we scooted to I think it was Pret a Manger across the road from the theatre, and we had a sandwich there, and I talked to my mum a bit about my university friends because she hadn't met any of them at that point. And then we came back into the theatre, got our tickets, and I saw there was a few understudies on that day. So one of them was Sophiso, who was the understudy for Aaron Burr. We had Miriam Teak Lee as Angelica, and Jack Butterworth, who was playing John Laurens and Philip Hamilton. And I believe there was also an understudy we had the understudy for Hercules Mulligan and James Madison, but I'm really sorry, I can't remember his name. So I was very excited to see the cast. It was Rochelle Ann Go, who was playing Eliza. I saw her play Gigi in Miss Saigon, so I was very excited to see her again. Interestingly, as we were waiting to go in, we actually bumped into one of the doctors of my local GP, which was quite surprising. So we got in there, we took our seats, and I remember just going, oh my god, I'm here, I'm seeing Hamilton. And it was just one of the most magical experiences of my life, and I remember just sitting there in awe of a truly magnificent and phenomenal and diverse cast. And I remember smiling throughout all my favourite songs, which include Satisfied, the Schuyler Sisters, Helpless, and laughing away at Michael Gibson playing George III. Oh, he really set himself up in that role and brought a lot of laughter. Another thing is in Hamilton, when I believe Lafayette who sings this, Lafayette and Hamilton sing "Immigrants, we get the job done." I remember the huge applause that got, and I just went, yes, everyone's pushing for this. And I also loved Jason Pennycook as Thomas Jefferson. I remember him coming down the steps for that first entrance as Jefferson, and I remember looking at him and going, oh my god, this man is such an awesome showman. Of course, there were tears at the end, and I remember coming out going, oh my gosh, I feel so honoured to have seen that production and to have seen the work of a truly amazing man as Lin-Manuel Miranda, who is just incredible at what he does. I feel like his style kind of reminds me a bit of Tim Minchin in a way, in the way that they are both so clever with the lyrics, and you've got to really listen to sort of their songs to understand how the one song flows into the next and how they weave their styles of like history and politics and their different styles of and loves of music into it. And it did also, I feel like I did learn a lot from it. I learned a lot more about American history, and it also really made me appreciate further the importance of diversity in the arts, because the arts can't be as powerful and as resonant without diversity, because everyone brings something unique and special, and people shouldn't be pushed aside just because of their skin, because of their ethnicity. So yeah, that was my experience of seeing Hamilton the musical in London. I watched the film last night on Disney Plus with the original cast, and I just feel, and it did bring back some really amazing memories of seeing the show in London, and it really kind of rekindled my love for the music and how amazing Lin-Manuel Miranda is. So I really hope there are more of those sorts of shows will be created, because they do bring everyone together. They really have a powerful unifying way about them. So yeah, this was that. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you've enjoyed watching it, please hit that like button. Please feel free to subscribe so you can find out when my next video is coming back. And happy Independence Day to all my friends and everyone across the pond in America. Thank you very much. Bye.